来的人老的，我很小声诶。
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Automatic Leadership's 5 Way of Marathon series. It's very good to see everyone here. I see a very familiar faces over here. Hi, my name is Xiaoyi. I'm actually from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. It's a very honor to be the host for today's sections. And I'm myself as a registered financial planner and a SCIM speaker also. So it's good to see everyone here. And yeah, I see a lot of familiar faces. So I think this automatic leaderships is a wonderful courses that I attended before in 10 years ago. It was my first city intensive course that I attended. And that time, Geshe Michael did come to Malaysia and have this wonderful course. So this level 8 automatic leadership actually very helpful in my life. I actually use the light tool. Yes, getting also right. Yeah, I still have the picture. If I could find, I will show you all the picture if I could find it in the short while. So yeah, this level 8 actually helped me a lot in terms of build up my personal confidence. I was very timid before and I couldn't speak in front of public. While I speak, I will feel nervous and my voice was like very shivering. So but now it's deep through using the live tool, I have my confidence built out and I have the ability, to speak in front of you. And this is the breakthrough that I use after learning the level 8. And one more another my success story is I actually use the Live tool to have a very self-driven volunteer team whereby these people are just lovely. They are naturally set up and do all the works automatically. So these are the benefit, the takeaway that I actually have after I learned the this level 8. And today is very honored to be every one of you. And although I see a very familiar faces over here, I just want to like have some interactive with you all. So can you all tell me how many sections have you joined us so far? So type 1 if you just join us one time, or 2, 3, 4. And today, this is the 5 sections. This is the 5th section. Yeah, 3. Wow. So many 3. Oh, Vulnerable Cat and Dora. Oh, Vulnerable Cat never miss it. Wow. Thank you for supporting us. And any news people here? You are joining us for the first time? No? Okay, all right. I see our Zoom, we have 15 people. Yeah, if appreciate if you all can share our Zoom link to the people that you know, because today we have 2 distinguished guests, the speaker. They have they are very experienced and they have a lot of things to share with us. And I'm sure with their sharing, we can actually impact other people's life. So do share our Zoom link to more people and invite them to join us. And for those who join us before, just would like to have some interactive with you all. I love to hear from you all. From the previous topic that we share, I mean, we are actually cover the wave 1, why leadership feel so hard. So what will be the takeaway that actually you still remember for the past sessions? Can you share with me your takeaway from the past sections? To me, yeah, the last Friday one, from teacher Ivy, she said a very powerful, yeah. Vulnerable Cat said leadership is about trust. Yes, yeah. So to me, it's last Friday shared by the teacher Ivy. He said break the leadership myths and become a great leaders. So this is mostly people have that. We thought that leader have to be someone full of capability, and those who have to be like strong charisma, then people will follow you. But through their sharing, they actually break out these myths and they give us the hope that we can actually use this life to cultivate the leadership in us. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. I see Lisa enjoy. Yeah, to be a leader, we have to enjoy our words and meaningful speech. Leadership from LB is leadership is spreading the kindness. Laura and Daniel to be light for sheep leaders. Wow, this is very beautiful. Lighthouse leader, leading others to a better place. Yes, thank you for sharing. These are the leaders' characteristic, right? So, and now we are actually moving on the wave 2. On this wave 2, we were talking about the root causes of the influence. So today's topic, we were more focused on what is the magnetic leaders. Is it possible? I just wonder what comes to your minds when you hear the word magnetic. Is it as someone that have charisma? I see Abby nodding. Or what else that you have in your thought? Attract people, yeah. And do you wonder how they attract people? What kind of characteristic this magnetic leader should have, right? Okay, and on our next, so today, our first speaker, she is far away from New York. Wow, my first impression about her is when we are actually posted out who want to be a sharer for this marathon sharing, she is volunteer herself out. She would like to be the sharer or even to be the host regardless the time zone. So I really appreciate Xu Jing can be here today, and she have a wonderful experience in coaching line, in the leadership. She is a CEO coach, Six System practitioner, and also the SCIM speaker. And she have created a coaching business in New York, and she's been a lot of experience in the leadership. Without further ado, let's give our flowers. Let's shower Xu Jing with a lot of love, and let's welcome Xu Jing. Xu Jing, now the stage is yours.
Thank you, Ernest, for the very kind introduction. And good afternoon and good morning, wherever you are. Well, it's a true honor to talk today about leadership and automatic leadership and how this class has actually changed my life. So, leadership is a topic that holds very dear to my heart. First time. So for almost 20 years, I've been studying leadership. I practice leadership. I teach leadership classes. I coach leaders. I also struggle with leadership myself. So I had several different careers in my life. My first career was electronic engineering. And I worked for a telecommunication system for about 10 years. My second career was actually business consultant at Boston Consulting Group. Then my third career was actually with executive search firm Hydro Struggles. I was working as an executive recruiter and leadership coachings in Hydro Struggles Beijing office. That's where I truly stepped in the field of leadership. So I've been in this field for 20 years. So in that role, I worked with a lot of senior business executives, companies, and organizations. We studied how to identify good leaders, how to develop good leaders, and how to help the leaders to build a winning team. So for many years, I thought I know leadership. I read books, attended seminars, I studied different models, I do assessment, I do training classes. I train people how to become leader, and I coach people. So I also help companies select good leaders. But something very humble happened. When I become a leader of my own startup, I realized knowing leadership and living leadership are two very different things. So I was a subject expertise. I still have CEOs come to me with their leadership topic. So I can talk about leadership. I can analyze leadership. So I'm an assessment expert. I can assess leadership's team, back and forth. I can tell other people what a good leader should be. But when I was actually doing my own startup with my friends, I found I could not fully walk my talk. The experience changed me deeply. So after many years of a full-time career raising 3 children, I reached a point in my 40s when my house and my home life has affected by years of neglecting. So I've been working really hard, like many of the high achievers. But I also push myself too far, so I have to stop. But my stop wasn't really stop. I stopped for half a year. I said, let me try something new. So I started up a health-related startup with my friends. In the beginning, it gave me a lot of new energy, but very quickly, we had about 300-400 sales channel outside laid out. It looks very successful, but something hit a stone wall. Well, I don't want to get to details, but for many different reasons, the business did not work exactly the way we hoped. There are problems in models, in teams, in leadership, in execution. That's when I have to face a painful truth that I have coach and advised people on leadership for years. But when I become leader myself, I was not the leader I thought I was. Hey, so I ask myself, why can't I explain leadership to others but not living it myself? So the question opened a door for me. I become many of the leadership tool works only on the surface level. We can read a book. We can go to business school like I did. We can find a mentor. We can do all the models, the frames, the methodologies, the analysis. So sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So they're like the aspirins. Sometimes the aspirin helps us with the pain, but sometimes it doesn't. So there must be something deeper. There must something I didn't get it. There must something. So when I first heard about the automatic leadership, I was curious. This is not a word we typically associate with leadership. So we do like authentic leadership was popular. Transformation leadership was popular sometimes. There was a servant leadership. There was integrated leadership. So leadership, every couple of years, there's a new idea of leadership comes up. Then you have many books and, you have a lot of consultants live by it. But automatic leadership sound very different. So I took the class. It changed my life. So for many years, I studied how leaders behave, how they communicate, how they build a team, how people make decisions. But this class helped me understand from much, much deeper place. What are the inner cores that make a leader magnetic? When you see a magnetic, you don't try too hard. It's like the magnet, you're attracting people. So I want to today share my stories with three tools in the class that really impact my life. The first one is enjoying your work. The second one is start with a small potato. How I built my vision and work by a lot of small potatoes. And how to make a big vision come to possible. The third is about self-another exchange. How leadership becomes service, not just achievement. So those three tools really helped me understanding my past struggle and find my purpose and build a new vision for the next chapter of my life. So the first one is enjoying your work. To me, that's the beginning of magnetic leadership. So one of the most common questions in the leadership field, both academic or in the real life, is are leader born or are leader made? Some people naturally born as a leader, or can people learn to develop into a leader? So as a leader consultant, I'm on the side of development because that's how we make our money. So, but from after taking the class, the answer is different. The leader are not born, are not simply made. The leader are planted. You plant the seed to become a leader. So, in a system, our basic principle is like create likes. So you want a certain result, you need to plan the cause that match the result. So the question becomes, what one of the most important seeds to become leader? So Master Nagarjuna said, to become an electrified leader, you should always enjoy your work. Well, at first, it sounds very simple, maybe even too simple. Enjoying your work, is that really leader seeds? But when I looked back on the leaders I've been seeing over the years, I realized it was very true. The leader who attract people naturally are often the leader who truly enjoy their work. Their enjoyment become truly magnetic. Their energy attracting people, their passion attracting people, their sense of a purpose attracting people. They are magnetic not because they are loud, because they have big titles. They're magnetic because how people feel deeply connected to the work they do. They're alive in their work. They're sincere in their work. They're not working for money, status, achievement, or recognition. They just genuinely love what they do. They are having fun. So the enjoyment builds something. They enjoy solving problems. They enjoy creating value. They enjoy serving people through their work. So when people saw that kind of enjoyment, they naturally want to come closer. They can smell it. Are you truly like it, or you're kind of faking it? They naturally want to learn, hey, what is going on? What is so fun about the things we do? And they naturally want to follow. So I'm an assessment expert, so I do a lot of leadership assessment. There's the most common assessment that I'm using is called Hogan assessment. So we do a lot of Hogan assessment. There's one trait they call Hinduism. It's related to design, enjoying life, and having fun. So when people scored very high under Hinduism, I often see two types of people. The first type, they have typical what we associate with Hinduism, is have a very colorful, interesting life. They love food, travel, music, sports, hobbies, different experience. They enjoy life in a typical sense. But the second type that's very interesting, actually more common in the business world, that people high score on Hinduism, the enjoyment comes from their work. They just purely love their work. They have so much fun by working. They may not have too many hobbies. And you see the people, he doesn't look like a very colorful people, but he scored very high Hinduism. So I typically ask him, do you love your work? Yes, I do. I love my work. I have so much fun doing what I do. So they may even look like a workaholic, but they're not suffering through their work. They're loving it. They get deep joy, meaning, energy from what they do every day. I think that's the one reason they become top leader. So I saw this pattern again at Boston Consulting Group, where I worked as a consultant. Later, I worked as their organization as an executive coach. So it's a very elite organization from both inside and outside, attracting the best students from the best university. And we put them through very rigorous training. So the structure is very like a pyramid, up and out. So only very small members can eventually make to the top. It's a very hectic life. They typically put in 80 hours per week. It's like you rush to a 100-meter rush, but run a marathon for 10 years to make a partner. But if you look close at the people who made to the top, you see two types of people. One is they truly love what they do. They enjoy being consultants, solving problems, creating values. There are other people more attracted by the recognition, achievement. And the enjoyment type are the partners and the leaders the younger generation like to follow. They're attracting they want to staff on their project. So they enjoy solving difficult, challenging problems. They enjoy working with clients. They enjoy developing younger generation consultants. They enjoy creating impact. On the other hand, you have this achievement-driven, but less enjoyment-driven. They just work really hard. They drive the team very hard. So they are smart. They reach senior position, but with much less followers. People run away from their project. Kind of not to staff on his project. People respect them, but don't feel inspired and want to follow them. So that told me something very important. Enjoyment is the magnet. When you truly enjoy your work, people can feel it, they can smell it, and they want to follow you. So when I looked, it helped me to see something very important in my choice of career. If I look back at my own journeys, I have been an engineer, I have been consultant, I have been executive recruiter, I have been entrepreneur. But when I found coaching, something become very different. So coaching, it's like you found a glove that finally fits. Everything just fits right. So it was my true passion. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed teaching it. I enjoy helping people see all the potentials. I enjoy creating curriculums, design tools. I enjoy creating systems that can support real transformations. So when I began to truly enjoy this work, more people naturally began to follow me. So I wasn't on the corporate status or career track anymore, but I'm doing something to my true calling. It was very different. So I don't need to push people to follow me. I don't need to prove I'm a leader. I become so natural. I truly do something what I love, to supporting others. So the very first tool changed my understanding about leadership. It doesn't begin with a title. It begins with you plant the seed of joy in your work. So tool number 2, start with the small potatoes. The tool has been very real when I was building a coaching class, applying the class through International Coach Federation to get accredited. So at the beginning, it was a huge project for me. I have not created a system because my work has been really on the business side. But on this coaching system is more on the life coaching. We have to build a complete curriculum, and based on the requirement, we need to combine the system with professional coaching skills, and we need to connect with ICF core competence. So we have to do tools, class structures, curriculum, practice session, mental coach, evaluation method. There's material has to be up to the standard to accredit it. So I look at the project initially, I feel very big, honestly. It felt beyond my capacity at that moment. So I started drawing, and I was like sketching. Oh, it doesn't really look good. I threw out many versions. I was really, going nuts. Then the tool, it became too overwhelming, and my high achiever perfectionism kicked in, and I was knocking myself down back and forth. Then I remember the tool, start with the small potatoes. So the idea was very simple, just start with something. So instead of thinking about the whole structure, I just do one piece. I do the one tool, I do another tool. I did about the tool. I threw it in a class, and I have a couple of people come in. We tried it out. So we had about 20 small session classes. By the time I hit 20, the whole structure come very clear. But when I was at the first potato, I have it's everywhere. So the potato is small, it's simple. It might look ordained, but eventually it becomes something much bigger. That's how the big vision become real. So when I joined the Raw Diamond Coaching, Jasmine already started a coaching system. But Jasmine is a wonderful teacher, but she's not a coach. She's a teacher. Myself as a business coach and ICF certified coach. So I thought, this is something I can do. I can help. So I offered a lot of mini sessions, like I was trained. So like each week I show one coaching skill, one coaching technique. By the time we do the class, I only have like 20 potatoes already. And I just gather the potato. And we build from there. So very quickly, by the time I was talking to Jasmine, we should do a class. By the time we actually launched the class, get enough students roll in, it was within 2 months, we have everything ready. And within 6 months, we get our level 130 a credential approved by ICF. So it was lightning speed. So now every time I see a big project, I remember the small potato story. I talk to myself, it's okay, let's start with something small. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Before you know it, you have so many on your plate already ready in a different module. You can just build them in the logic flow. You can structure them in the way. So I think the small potato helped me. It changed the way how I build anything now. Whenever I have a big vision, I no longer ask, how can I finish everything? I ask, what is the small potato I can do today? Because one small potato may not look impressive, but if you keep adding it one by one, it becomes full curriculum. So I just did the SEM training for level 2. And in the level 2 process, I just designed our level 2 ICF PCC level curriculum. And by having an idea, put it down on the paper, having an idea, putting down paper, and really putting everything together. So a grand vision does not happen all at once. It happens one small potato at a time. So the tool number 3 that really helps me is the self-knowledge exchange. In ordinary language, we might say you're putting yourself in other people's shoes. But in our system, it goes much deeper than the ordinary sympathy. So self-knowledge exchange means I do not look at my own goals, my own success, my own point of view, or my needs. I truly try to understand others. What do they need? So what I struggle with, how can I help others? What kind of support allow them to grow? So the tool is instrumental the way I design my classes. I had my classes about 2 hours ago. People come off the class with deep emotion and tears. And in my early career, I often achievement driven. I want to do well. I want to be successful. I want to prove myself. I want to create a result. There are so many things I want. My eyes don't have others. Well, there's nothing wrong with achievement, but leadership is not about individual success. It's not about my success, my position, my title, my recognition, my result. It really begins when I ask, what do others need? So when I designed the classes, I realized the people I was serving was very different from the business population that I have been used to. You can imagine at BCG or McKinsey, the top tier firm, you talk to the big corporation executives. But in the C system, we have more people struggle with their life issues, with their finance, with their relationship. Their personal growth, life coaching, they go through life crisis, many. They want many of family relationship issues. So they have important goals in their personal life, but they feel blocked. Someone create They want to break through their old patterns. They want to find the purpose. It's actually quite different from the corporate world I have been used to. So, so the self-knowledge exchange really helps me. So I can think very clear about their needs. When I cannot think about it, I do the self-knowledge exchange. Then the ideas become flow. So that really helped me to think about what kind of training will help my coaching students become better coach. What kind of support they can support their own clients. So I stopped, what do I want to teach? I have to ask, what do they need to learn? I stopped, like, how can I prove I'm the master? Then ask, how can I serve their growth? I stopped thinking, how can I become successful? I ask, how can I help them to become successful? And how they can help their client to become successful. I believe that people began to follow me because I feel I truly care about their needs. I thought carefully about what kind of classes they need, what kind of clients they're supporting, what kind of skill will help them become strong coach. I designed a program around that real needs. For me, this is one of the deepest seeds of successful leadership. People follow when they feel seen. People follow and feel supported. People follow and feel that you're not just using them for their own vision, but your vision including their growth. So the third to change my life purpose, it helped me from proving myself to serving others. It helped me to understand leadership is not about being followed, but really help others to grow. So when I look back in my life now, I can see each career gave me something important. My engineer career gave me structure, logic, and system. My consulting gave me the business thinking, strategy, and problem-solving skill. My years at executive search and leadership advisory gave me the ability to observe leaders, understand organization, and recognize human potentials. My startup experience gave me the humanity, knock you on the ground, that you learn hard way. It showed me knowing leadership is not the same as living leadership. So, and my struggle with my health and the family taught me to slow down and to really understand the deep human needs behind success. So for many years, those pieces fall apart. They're separate, they're scattered everywhere, But I didn't feel everything was connected into one clear purpose. I was successful in many ways, but deep inside, I wasn't purposeful. I was still searching for the place where my passion, my purpose, my gift can finally come together. So in my 40s, in my 50s, I started coaching in my 40s. Now I'm in my 50s. I'm into my mid-50s. I feel very lucky that I finally found that place. So the place is a system coaching, where everything comes together. So my vision becomes very clear too, that I want to train 100 master certified coach who knows the ICF, International Coaching Federation's credential, and have deep understanding on the coaching system. And through my 100 master coaches, they're like the multipliers, amplifiers to go out, serving more people, more clients. They can supporting many, many more people. So here I have my big vision. Not just technique, but with compassion, with wisdom, who understand the empty and system, who has a strong professional coaching skill and who can really see other people in their life transformation. So the vision gave me energy. I want to help coaches become a greater coach. So when this happens, my feeling is finally I'm at home. So this is how automatic leadership changed my life. It actually shaped my own life path. It helped me see all my previous career, all my struggle, even my failures are not wasted. They prepare me for this purpose. So I don't have to try to prove myself. I'm not only trying to achieve something, but I do have a vision much, much bigger than myself. So when I put in the two together, I invite you to come to this class. And there are 12 tools. I don't know which one will change yours, but I'm sure it will happen. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Jean, for your wonderful sharing. I'm not sure whether you all noticed, Jean shared with her story in a very calm and steady voice, but somehow rather very interesting that it's naturally do us and make us want to listen and follow through her journey, right? Do you all have the same feeling like me? If yes, do type why in the chat box. Yeah. Yes, she has a magnetic voice, right? Yeah, I think that is the right person we are invited her for today's sharing. Okay, so I think we can actually write down what will be the take away from you just heard from her sharing. So to me, what I actually, there are two key points I take away from her sharing. One is the magnetic leader is really start from the something very simple, but yet not really simple as what Jean shared just now. It's just enjoying your words. This is most of us struggle, right? We have a lot of complaint in our daily routines. And but what she said is when you are naturally flow in love with your work, really enjoy your work, you are aligned with your energy, your patience, your everything that you have will automatically attract people want to follow you, and it doesn't means that you have to be forced or pushing others to follow you. And this is the way she changed her approach and you get more people to follow her on her coaching career. Yeah. So I see stop asking what to teach others, instead ask yourself what they need to learn. This is a question, or this is what you take away from the gene sections, Daniel? Yeah, this is what you take, right? Yeah, this is one of the things I write now also in my notes. Yeah, compare. Okay. And I will share that leader is not about me, it's about what the other gets. Yes. Okay. And the second takeaway I learned from her sharing is, yeah, do the small potato, right? So normally we think that this small potato job is I mean, to me, last time I said, this small potato is the job that other people don't want to do. But that is actually very crucial. This is a very important things. If we do all these small little job, this actually help us to plant a very powerful leadership seeds that actually will help us to attract more people in the future. So don't just overlook on this small potatoes approach. In fact, they have a very influential seeds that we can actually plant our leadership skill. Okay, so let's see what else you all pick up. I like the small data leadership. Yes. Okay. Yes, I enjoy the gene sharing also, like what's Professor Sabina type over here. Okay. Okay. Before I pass to the next speaker, I would like to take a pause here. Can we just have a good photo? So you can actually turn out your video and let's snapshot these wonderful moments, and we can compliment it in later. Okay. So Lighting or who else will help us to take photo?
Okay, I take.
Oh, all right.
Okay, anyone want to on the camera? Okay, no one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you, everyone. Jerry, pass back to you.
Thank you, Liling. So next, let me welcome the second speaker of the day. She is someone that I look up to. She is Professor Sabina. She is from Hong Kong, and she is a business consultant and also a DCI teacher and the SCIM professors. I have the honor that to under her guidelines for one term in SCIM, and actually her leadership skill actually moved our whole term. In that term, we have a very strong how do I say, we are being driven by her, and we have a best performance so far that in my SCIM term. I really appreciate her guidelines in the SCIM level 10 teacher training, and she has founded 3 training and consulting company in Hong Kong and China over the past 13 years. She built a team that can run by their own and grow very fast with a very strong system and partnership. And around 70% of her clients are from global 500 company, and many of them continue working with her for a long-term result. Yeah, what is so special about Professor Sabina is her strong business result and the practical leadership experience. So today she will share with us on another view of leadership and influences. Let's welcome Professor Sabina, and Professor Sabina, please take it away.
Oh, hello. Hello, how are you all? Can you hear me well? If you can, just nod your head. If you turn on your camera. Oh, I see Teacher Kate. Hi, Laura and Daniel. Uh, oh, Ivy and Ping Ning. Kat Ning, I see as well. I saw Emily, okay. So thank you very much for being here. It's an honor, and I really enjoyed sharing here with you all. A lot of familiar faces, and also I think you can reach out to more people later on as well. So I'm very impressed with teacher Eugene sharing just now. Actually, we share a lot in common. I also was from a technical background. Actually, I studied in US. I used to be a computer analyst. Okay, so also very technical side, and working on the project management of all the IT projects in the US before. But my career is quite interesting because since I was young, I was very fascinated by the topic of leadership, like what Teacher Jean just mentioned. That is really very dear to me, this topic, because I don't know why, since I was young, people like push me, or like they throw me up on the stage, or like you do it, you can be the leader. And even I keep saying no, I don't want to, but people just like push my back and then push me up to the leadership platform. But I didn't know why. And it was like that during my school year, during university, and then from my work. So my boss always like, they will like spot out, okay, this person, maybe we want to let this girl to do something, or to push her to the limit or something like that. So I was fascinated. I don't know why. I but and then it get me into interest to, well, since I have the chance to be a leader, I would like to learn how to be a good leader. Okay, so like what Jean just mentioned, that I read books and then I just try to like practice what I just learned from the book, and it didn't work. It was so miserable, you know. I fell down so badly. I asked my manager, I said, I read the book, I learned it from someone that this is supposed to be the way to be a leader. What happened? How come it didn't work? And he said, you know, they say leadership, that what they call is the art of leadership. It's not called the science of leadership. It's like, oh, all right. Okay. What's the difference? The art of leadership against the science of leadership. I think if you study science, you already know, like if you do A plus B, then equals C. You got a formula. But the art is so subjective. Maybe one person think, wow, this leadership style fits me so well. And then the other person feel, oh, it just, you know, it's terrible. Why the leader do this thing? It's just not right. Okay. So we call it the art of leadership. But I think there must be having some pattern, right? Do you think so? That because it seems like it works for most of the people. And there are so many research, so many books, and like Xu Jing, I also was like since I from the technical field, I end up changing a career to do outdoor education, and then it started my training career. And from the outdoor education, I started to learn more systematically. And then I studied how do people become good leaders. And I was quite lucky that since I starting my career, I got really, really good contrast of different bosses, different leadership. They actually kind of go parallel. I usually have two bosses. And these two bosses is like they kind of like a, you know, one is the angel, one is the devil. They will be keep like doing different things and challenging my worldview. I was thinking like, how come one did like this and then the other did like this? But it seems like both work somehow. So what happened? Okay. And today, actually, I'd like to share with more about magnetic leadership. Today, I more would like to share about my personal experience and uh, some thing I learned from this DCIG level 8. Okay. So when we ask about what is magnetic leadership, I like to engage you guys more. All right. So let me know. Okay. First of all, we all have a kind of a prototype of what is magnetic leadership. But I think it's good that we figure out what is non-magnetic leadership first. Okay. In your experience, do you have something like my experience? Like I always have two different bosses. Uh, so, uh, so that's why I started to think, okay, if I want to be like this, maybe I need to know what is not first. Okay. So I started to go back to my career and my experience and my leadership as well. I checked, okay, what is non-magnetic leadership? Okay. From this picture, what you can tell from non-magnetic leadership, or maybe from your own experience. Yet, okay, pushing people away further. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. And who else? Have you ever like experienced or selfish power control, like listening to others' idea? make people dislike you. Not inspiring. Oh, micromanage. Okay, I've been like that before, especially at my earlier supervisor career. I was so micromanaged that I don't know how I did it, but I did it. A demanding person. Okay, not considerate. Okay, I think you're all right. And like I said, this is the art of leadership. It's very subjective as well. Okay, but it seems like it has something common. It's something that you don't feel comfortable, right? Yeah. When you're with this kind of leaders, you don't feel comfortable. Even like maybe it's because of your job, maybe because you need the money, maybe you have no choice that you have to follow this person. Maybe it's because of their authority, their position that you have to follow. But if you have choice, you probably like to push them away or keep away from this person, right? So if you experience something like that, either you are the person who got like feel um distant, you want to be distant from this leader, sorry, or you are examining yourself. Maybe people are really getting away from you. So I think there's something common about the non-magnetic leadership is it will just get people feel burnt out. Like what Jim mentioned earlier, that it used to be like some leader will be so controlling, powerful. It just drives the performance. It doesn't care about you. And it just feels the energy is draining with this person. Yeah. So it's deeply demoralized. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah. So you probably will feel when you're around these people, even they have external charisma, but you will just like if it's not volunteering, you don't want to be led by them. Okay. And then it always like feel exhausting. And it seems like no matter how hard you try, it seems like you're just losing energy, is not gaining energy. Even you got the achievement. That's something I've experienced before as well. Later on, I'll tell you my personal example. And then um, maybe the more you get closer to this person, you find that the influence actually is not like what you expect. And then later on, you probably don't trust this person anymore. Yeah, because then something is non-magnetic. It's something repelling. Okay, I think any of you have experienced this type of leader. Yeah, you can type 111. But if you are that type of leader, you can just keep it to yourself first. Because I think that's why you're interested to come here to hear this topic, because maybe like what Jing also mentioned earlier is, well, I read all the books. I thought I'm a good leader, but something was not working out. You know, people are keeping their distance from me. People seems like they are not happy when they're working with me. You know? So there must be something deeper than just the charisma or just some certain capability as a leader. All right. So let me ask you, when you see this world leader, some business leader that you may recognize, most of them, do you feel like they are magnetic leaders? Okay. Yeah, we got like Elon Musk talking about like going to the Mars. Oprah Winfrey is very prominent women influence to the whole world. And Tan Shan, I'm not sure whether you know her. Because if in Malaysia, Singapore, you may know the CEO. She's the DBS, one of the bank. I'm not sure whether you work with her as well in Singapore. Some of you. And Lisa Shu, actually, she's one of the women CEO, very, very powerful lady. She's the CEO of AMD, yeah, the semiconductor company. And of course, the financial field, we have Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. And in Apple, we have like Steve Jobs and Tim Cook. And the other one that I think Shi Jing mentioned about the Hogan assessment, that I think Richard Branson really fits into the category of like the fun guy, you know, who have great vision, but really fun, is a fun leader, very well known. So what do you think? Do you agree they are magnetic leaders? Can you see some of the things that they're in common? Or some of the leaders you think in your mind that may be categorized as this type of leader in your mind? Okay, Pauline, you agree they're magnetic leader. Oh, they're passionate in their career. Okay, Xiao Yi mentioned. Yeah. What else? Do you find some of yourself? Do you have something they have? Maybe you'll say, well, Selena, they are, you know, no kidding, right? You know, they are just world classic business leader. I'm just a small potato. But let me tell you, you share something in common with these magnetic leaders. Yeah. Maybe you'll find out. Let me keep going. But you will see that most of these magnetic leaders, they don't force people to follow. They make people to follow them. But how they do it? You know, like what you just maybe because today is the first time I heard from teacher James sharing. Wow, after she talk, you really want to follow her. Do you have this feeling? It doesn't feel any forceful at all. Yeah, from her, the way she just like share her experience, her expertise, and her vision. I think some of us really want to be like her, or really want to like follow her, so that wow, maybe share even no matter small potato things we are doing, but we are sharing really great vision together. Do you agree? Yeah, I feel like that way too. So yeah, in addition, she got really magnetic voice. I really got like, oh, maybe I should get a mic like that as well. No, just kidding. I think she's really magnetic, you know, no matter whether she used the mic or not. But it seems like to me, okay, it seems like magnetic leaders somehow they are very inspiring. They attract others to follow. Maybe their charisma, maybe their authenticity, like Oprah Winfrey, and also a lot of them from the just a few examples I show you. They have very clear purpose. It's not just about the position, but I think you agree with me on that. This is because this is what we know about the leader. And that is our concept, maybe our culture to shape all these leaders should be like that. Right? And then you may think, oh my God, how can I be a magnetic leader then? I won't be like that. Yeah, maybe I am very authentic. Okay? But I don't have charisma. I'm not like shiny looking or having a magnetic voice like them or like having such a strong presence, you know? Yeah, maybe I have some good vision, but I can't say I have very clear purpose about my life and how I lead other people to a better place. I don't think I am. So how can I be a magnetic leader? it seems too far away from me. If you think that way, I like, hopefully today, I give you a new way to look at, to redefine magnetism, okay? To redefine how to become a magnetic leader. You know how a rock or a thing, a metal can become magnetized, okay? Do you know how? Yes, some are very natural, but actually it can be man-made. Do you know the magnet can also be man-made? Yeah, you magnetize it. That's it. Okay? So the good news is you can make it. When you look at this, the illustration I use AI to compile, how do you feel? What are these people are doing? Can you tell? Can you identify their career? Maybe start from their career. Do what they like. Wow, thank you, Daniel. Yeah, and then building their life work. I like Abby's sharing. Ping and say they enjoy what they do. Serving others. Wow, very good, teacher Kate. Yeah. So yeah, maybe they're serving others through their own career or do what they love to do what they enjoy, right? And I think that's something that what they're doing is like they feel the sense of satisfaction and enjoyment. And that is what teachers Jean mentioned earlier, that that's something she learned in level 8. That's something that, wow, she found out about actually people are drawn to you when you are doing something. Maybe you make them feel alive. They can see your liveliness and they can see your focus, you're engaged. And most importantly, I think they enjoy doing this meaningful work. Even just a mom taking care of the children. To her, it's very meaningful work because she's bringing up a person, a good person in this society, right? So I believe all of us actually can get magnetized to be a leader in your community or in your home. Yeah, I think many of you have heard from the other speaker the last 4 times or 3 times that you learned about actually leadership. It may not just become born naturally. We can all learn to be leader. And the best way, and easiest way, is finding something that you enjoy doing. Maybe at home, maybe it's some of your hobbies, maybe it's serving the community. Maybe something that, you are able to bring out other people's potential, like coaching or like sharing the wisdom to someone that they are interested. So I think this kind of work that any of you can find in your own work or in your own life. So it doesn't have to be like doing really, really big thing or change the world or like going loud to let everyone know, okay, I'm now teaching diamond cutter system. So now listen to me. No, you just enjoy your life. You enjoy it by practicing it. People will start to draw to you and they will come and ask you, how did you do that? Can you share to me? Can you tell me what you did? And then by that time, you actually is like becoming a magnet to join people towards you. And this is the kind of leadership we are talking about. We are not saying that you have to lead a company to open a business or like to lead a, to expand your team to make it like a big company. But if that one is your passion, it's something you really like, enlarge your vision to help the world, just make sure you really enjoy doing this meaningful work. And it will help you a lot to join people to you. All right. So do you agree? Okay. Yeah. So let me check with you. How many of you actually now have already have shared some shared vision that you are leading a group of people to a better place? That at least you have this intention. Okay. I think many of you have. Otherwise, you won't be here. Okay. Otherwise, you won't be stay here. Spend the Sunday afternoon, like to come into the Zoom to try to get something that can like maybe inspire you so that you can inspire other people. All right. So here I found a video. It was quite interesting. I kind of know about this theory, but this is the first time I hear about the terms. So I'd like to share the video to you all. Let me make sure I got the sound. Okay, so the sound may be a little bit soft, but you can see the caption as well. All right, so it's just a short video. Okay.
There's a term called the heliotropic effect. Have you heard about it? Heliotropic effect. It means plants and flowers naturally move towards what? I don't hear you. Towards the sunlight, okay? Plants and flowers naturally move towards light. The same in leadership. The same in change. People naturally move towards those who exhibit traits of the sun. Optimism, energy, enthusiasm, joy, self-belief, those sort of things. Heliotropic effect works not just in botany, but also in leadership.
Okay. So yeah, so the term is called the heliotropic effect. Have you heard of this term before? Maybe you know the idea. Yeah. Probably teacher Cat, you know more about this one because you're you're in the desert with the sun all the time, right? But yeah, first time I know about this term is so technical. It's called heliotropic effect. When I heard about it, I said, wow, that's so cool, actually. Yeah, but when you put the flower near the window, yeah, it will bend over, yeah, toward the sunlight. And I think being a magnetic leader, I think you will just having the same type of effect upon others. You are so bright, you're so joyful, you enjoy what you are doing that people start to come towards you, just like the sunlight. And it attracts people to like, wow, what is this person doing? You know, I would like to follow him or her. You doesn't have to force them. You doesn't have to be loud. You doesn't have to be just like wow, having the charisma, like come out, everybody see you as a leader. But it naturally, people will see someone and then they will like the flower, they will drawn to you. I find this is very cool. So next time, maybe be around with people, look for this sunlight, or maybe you will find people just like they just like to come to you. Then you will know you're getting more and more becoming a magnetic leader. And that is so natural. Yeah, it's more natural. I agree with that. So, uh, so when you have this type of like leadership, how that feel? Actually, this kind of leadership is fueled from inside out. What do I mean by from
There's a
inside
term called the
out? Okay,
heliotropic effect. Have you
so
heard about it?
eh,
Heliotropic effect.
see. So actually, this is like people who find the deep meaning in the effort. So maybe for now, you can start check yourself. If you're losing some energy, would that be because you are not doing something you find meaning with? Okay, I'm not saying that you have to change your job or just like drop everything. You are like even your job, you are getting income. You are maybe like uh, raising your family. That is also certain type. That is another type of meaning as well, right? And the more you did, the enjoyment you have, you find that you have unshakable steadiness. You are so firm about that what you're doing is right because you know, this kind of enjoyment, it gives us satisfaction as well as is bringing meaning in your life. And then the joyful leader become just natural magnet, okay? And people become joined to you. They get to know you. They trust you more, and they would like to collaborate with you. Uh, so from here, I like to share my experience. Like I told you before, I always have two bosses. And after I left US, I went back to Hong Kong, and then I joined a non-profitable organization called Outward Bound. It is some outdoor education. So we have participants from all walks of life, from corporations, from top leaders, school, from primary school all the way to university, and also open courses for individuals. And one of my boss, he he's the MD. He's a very strong guy, very strong build, handsome looking, a rugby player. Everybody once he stand up, everybody will see him. Very flashy, very loud. Um, he's a social butterfly. So he loved symposium. He loved to bring his staff out to just show people that wow, this is big. I have a team. so he usually select some of us to go to international symposium every year. So I follow him. Um, so everybody look up him as a wow, this is such a standard type of leader. Okay. Um, and the more I work with him, I found out that a lot of his decision actually is based on his own preference as well as his own flame. Okay. I, I started to notice something that we do, like in the symposium, that this is not him, this is the opposite. This is the other boss I have. He's his name is Mark. Um, Mark Squire. Mark is a quiet, unassuming manager. Okay, he doesn't take a lot of credit. He always recommends or like commendate people for what they did in our morning meeting. His wife, I found all, not just me, a lot of people actually um, went to him privately to get personal coaching. Yeah, because because we have a boss who got like very loud, very a lot of flame, and then sometimes his decision really got us into very difficult position because we found it may not be beneficial to our participant, but we have to execute it, so we struggle a lot. And then so we went to Mark. And Mark is always so skillful and so smart that he will give us some idea, always is to make it turn the situation into helping more people. Like for 1 year, I went to a symposium, and my loud big boss, the MD, asked me to join that symposium because we need to show a presence of our the Hong Kong the school, because we are doing so well that year, and then we have to present, and I learned something and I have to attend some classes there. And my boss said, well, just go attend the class, show your presence, and then make sure you mention my name, something like that. Okay, I said, okay, I did it. And that time, I learned something about leaf flow trace. That course is about leaf flow trace. Okay, that session, that workshop. So I learned something from there. In the job logs, I have been kind and doing all the things. And I did my job that my MD asked me to do. I stood up, asked questions, and present my thoughts and mention this is what I learned from my MD, okay? And my MD was very happy because someone told him that I mentioned his name. So he got very famous there. And when I came back to Hong Kong, I talked to Mark about what I have learned from that symposium. I told him I took this workshop, and I found this very interesting. And for our school, actually, I think we can practice it. And then we can we can teach our participants, and we can incorporate it into our courses so that they practice it while they are like on the trail, or they are doing outdoor activity. They also learned about this leaf flow trace, which is helping preserving the environment, yeah, to make it even better. Okay, just like after you went through the trail, no one know that you have been there as well. You just minimize your damage to the environment. And Mark said, "Wow, this is just such a good idea." And then what he did is he quietly he created a program, and he started teaching all of our staff, how to do this, and start to let all the coaches, let all the trainers to incorporate that into their journey so later on, this become a curriculum in some of the secondary and primary school in Hong Kong as well. That's I learned about that because a lot of school came to our site, so we teach them about that. And Mark actually created a booklet and give it to all the participants. And this is what my leader did. And that really changed the way I look at leadership. And this is something I found out in my early career, how to really become a good leader. And I'm not saying that my MD leadership is not right. It's just the way he did is really, for me, the more I work with him, I feel more drained. The more I feel like pushing him away, the more I feel like I got sucked. but if a magnetic leader is really a magnetic leader, I really want to follow what he's doing, because Mark is he's just an environment persevere. He loves perseverance. So this is something he enjoy doing. And that's why he will do it even if he doesn't got any credit or any title or anything like that. But he's making a difference. I hope that today my sharing would just like to give you some idea. It has all kinds of leadership. And this different types of leadership fit for different scenarios. Because my MD, he is very good at like getting sponsorship, because the way he's socializing and all that. So we are able to get a lot of funding, and that is his strength. Yeah, and he got magnetism through other way. But the way when I really found out this different types of leadership, it both has their own magnetic side. So we don't have to be like stuck with one way or the other. Yeah, that is another thing I would like to just share with you. Now I would like you to think about what if, okay, what if being magnetic is not just about personality? It's not just about charisma. It's not just about how you look. Actually, you can be a magnetic leader because the way to become one is through how to work. Okay. Actually, you can, if you know about the diamond cutter system, it's much more easier. You doesn't have to like study like the MBA, or you have to put a lot of money buying books. Even you can do it, but that doesn't guarantee you can be a magnetic leader. Okay? So true influence comes from deeply connected to meaningful work, like what Teacher Dean just shared with you earlier, and a genuine benefit for others, like what my boss did, like Mark. And my personal example, I'm quite happy that I'm very lucky, always have good role model around me. Actually, at one point when I finished my career in the outdoor education, and then I started to work in corporation for many years. And after that, actually, I work in corporation, and then I become business consultant. I work with people like the leaders of global 500 company, and I found a lot of them actually they they don't enjoy the work. They're working for power, money, fame. They end up like not having a healthy body. They have a really bad relationship with their children and their spouse. It's very sad to see that. And but luckily, when I was like having my own company, my being my own leadership, I have a very good personal example. Is I get to learn from Geshe Michael. He's a role model because he has a very successful business. He has very well-rounded relationship with all the partners, people working with him, and his partner, his student. And he's always the classic example of people who enjoy what he's doing. He loves translation so much, and he doesn't waste any time in the airport or on the bus in the car. He would just pick up the computer to just work on the work he loves. And this is the kind of magnetic leadership of enjoy deep, meaningful work that you also can do in your own life. Find something you feel enjoy and meaningful. Maybe now in your work life, you don't really enjoy what you are doing. Maybe you can, but maybe there's something you may enjoy meaningful work at your work. Maybe you are helping your colleague, bringing up your subordinate, or you like doing voluntary work. I think many of you are doing it here now. So, and I'm so grateful at that time. I was also start from small potato. I start with being a volunteer in Hong Kong to build up the volunteer team for Geshe Michael's event. I was so grateful and happy. My course at that time, we are able to learn the diamond cutter system in order to just change my life and able to just like giving me the career now. I'm like my teacher having the role model. I combine my work my study and my love of traveling. So together, no need to choose. This is what I learned from the Diamond Cutter system, and I really enjoy my corporate life and the work and with working with leaders to influence the world, to continue to integrate like enjoyment in my career, in my life. And then I hope I'd like to share a short video of my just like to hopefully to get you some magnet type effect to love what you do and enjoy um, what you love. Okay. All right. So I think last but not the end, if you have found that you don't have like finding your meaningful work now, it may giving you some energy drain. You find that people are not really wanting to follow you. You probably like disconnected, that making you not having much influence on others. I would like to invite you to just take a look of your examine yourself. And this you may not come from the outer performance what you did. It mainly from the inner causes. And if you would like to find out more, I encourage you to keep listening to our sharing in this marathon, because I'm sure we have more speakers. They have give you some more solution. And most importantly, I think for this automatical leadership, like what Teacher Jean mentioned, we have a lot of different types of leadership. But this automatic leadership, even this title is really interesting. What does it mean by automatic leadership? Okay. It means that you don't have to push it. You don't have to like managing, pushing, staring, feeling exhausted. And people will have a desire to just come follow you. And it's not just because of your authority. So I encourage you to just come to join us both in Singapore in person or online to join our automatic leadership, join Geshe Michael Roach and the DCI Global team. Hope to see you. And I would like to give the time back to our host, Xiao Yi. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Professor Savina. Wow, what an inspiring sharings. Yeah, I really truly admire the lifestyle Professor Savina having right now. She's able to travel at the same time working and also continue learning with Geshe Michael where regardless the place she is. Yeah, this is the dream. I hope one day I can achieve it. And I really like how you actually explain to her on the before you know what is the magnetic leadership, we have to know what is non-magnetic leadership. So it gives us a clear picture of how to what kind of non-magnetic leadership are, so that I can actually work in the reverse side to have a better picture on the magnetic leaders. And today I learned one new ideas. What heliotropic effect. Is it new to you guys? Well, but I think the idea, the metaphor is just applied to the magnetic effect, right? The people naturally want to follow you. If you are a magnetic leader, it's just like the plant would naturally move forward to the sunlight. I think this is a beautiful metaphor that we actually learned today. Okay, so for both speakers, actually, they have a wonderful experience in terms of leadership, and I'm sure you guys pick up a lot from Lims. Yeah, and we do have some times. Maybe we can move to the Q&A time right now. if you guys have any questions, just feel free to to unmute yourself and speak up your questions now. We can invite Professor Sabrina and Teacher Jing to answer your questions. Any question from the floor? Or while you are thinking on your questions, let me ask my questions first. Okay, so for Teacher Jean and Professor Sabrina, I actually start from the scratch right now. I'm wanted to build a new team. Now I'm on my loans. I'm on myself. How do I build out the teams using the level 8 live tool?
Well, I think it's a great question. I think I coach a lot of entrepreneurs. I think when you want to start a team, you want to make sure you know what you want to do with the team, right? Why you want to build a team, and what kind of people you want to be on your team, and when they're on the team, what kind of things you want. Like you take people to a better place. How you define the better place? So the better place for companies, your vision for entrepreneurs, why you exist, why you want to start your own company at the first place. It could be a nonprofit organization, it could be a volunteer organization. So every organization needs to have a purpose, a mission. So if you are clear on that, and you can put your flag down to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Come and join me. If you don't know, then it becomes challenging. So the thing is, you want to find people has common vision, share common interest. When you come together, things are just so easy. You don't have to imagine them. They're on their own models. They are keep moving with you. But if you find the wrong people in the first place, you will be struggling managing them, and that's just that just wouldn't work. But how you find the right people is you have to tell them what exactly you are going to do, your vision, and what kind of people you like to be on the part of the journey together. So.
Thanks, Teacher Jean. Any add-on from Professor Sabina?
Okay, yeah, I agree with Teacher Jean, and I think, wow, you got really good coaching because there's a really professional coaching session. So grab the chance to ask question. I encourage you all. Okay, for me, I feel like yeah, I agree that you have to know why you have to have a team and where you bring these people to. As well as I think if you have you really enjoy what you are doing and you are sure why you are doing it, I think you have to keep asking yourself. Otherwise, even you got the team, it can easily fall out. Yeah, because it cannot last long. So you must have a clear understanding of like it's not about ability or it's not just about ability or capability. I think the motivation and as well as like if you want to become a magnetic leader, you really have to find meaningful work that you really enjoy. So a lot of people I found that they really believe in what they're doing, like the product that they are working with or the kind of work they are working with, truly helping people. It got such a powerful chemistry. Yeah, like the heliotropic effect. It shines, and people start coming towards you and ask you what you are doing. Can I join? Can I do it with you? That's that's really what happened. Yeah. So I hope that helps.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's really give me because I was struggling, how do I start that? So I think the first thing I need to start is get my big why firm and unshakable first. Then I will be, the rest will be in par then. Yeah. Thanks, Teacher Jeans, and thanks Professor Sabina for your advice. And Harry, I see you raise your hand. You have questions to ask?
Yes, hello. Thank you
Yeah.
for the chance given to me. I want to ask, in automatic leadership days, the four mood board, from each teacher perspective, when is the right time to use the each for the mood board? That's one. The second is how do we able to plan certain threats to our subordinate to our desire? Let's say if let's say if let's say if our subordinate is not one able to learn, then we can encourage him or her to learn. That's all. Thank you.
So Professor,
Sonia, you want to take it? I didn't hear the first part. A little bit challenging to hear the first question.
Yeah, sorry, I also cannot hear the first one.
Can you repeat it, Harry?
Okay.
What was your first question?
The
Yeah,
first
Henry.
one is about the automatic leadership. There is a four mood board, right? So
A full
from
mode.
each, yeah, the mood board. So for each teacher perspective, when is the right time to use the each one of the four mood board? That's all.
Oh,
Okay. A full mode, full
the
management
full mode
mode.
of management. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. That probably you will come to the class because this lesson we would like not to share everything first, but I think the main thing is the full mode. Actually, it depends on your situation. Yeah, and also I think keep 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 looking at our poster. I think they will come, right, Xiaoyi? Yeah. So I'm not so Henry. Sorry, I'm not going to answer the first question because that we will. I don't want to steal the thunder for one thing because we will have other speakers. We'll talk about that, and also actually it depends on the different times and there's always is there's a leadership style. It's called situational leadership. I find it's very feel like this type of four modes of leadership as well. So uh, that one I will save it for later. I'm not sure about Teacher Jean. What do you think about the
Well,
four mode?
I totally
Can
agree
share
with
some,
I
Sabina.
fully agree. There's a very popular leadership course, situational leadership. The idea is you want to see, you want to have a different leadership style to different situation. So everybody has their default leadership style, which you're born with, you're very natural, and you'll be like that. But it doesn't work on all situations. So the idea is building awareness. Hey, you have to have a different mode to different situation. So I think that's the awareness you build up first, because if you don't know that, you use one style to all situation, you're gonna have the problem of sometimes work, sometimes just doesn't work, sometimes even backfire. So, but exactly how you choose, that's you can go to the class. Then the second question is, but how do I get the right followers? Right? And in the same class, there's a four magnet, how you're attracting them, and start with a generosity. So the class will show you, you want to have the when I see on the market, there's a two type of people following the leaders. The one is the things, the vision he do, I align with. I like whatever the things I really like. I connect it. I want to be part of it. And another one is more common in the Chinese language word is I just like the person. Whatever he do, I will do with him. I don't care about what he do, but I have such a deep trust in him. I just want to follow him. So you basically have two types. I want to do the things I connected to. Or there's another type. I just want to be with that guy. He's a great boss. Whenever he go, I follow. So you can, so to go back to the question, you can find the bigger why. You attract the people attracting to the why, or you become a magnetic leader. Whatever you do, they'll follow you. Either one works.
Yeah. And Harry, I also think that if you want people to just follow your instruction, or because you're doing it with good intention as well. Actually, in level 8, I believe it's in Life Tool 5, it probably will give you some practical steps how to do it. It's something to do with our speech. Yeah. So like I said, that keep following our marathon. There will be speaker talk about that. But today, I just think that if you want people to follow you, well, a lot of time, yes, of course, it's not just by they follow because of what you say, okay? But we can avoid to say something to our staff and to the people who follow you. Then work on something that watch what we say, whether it's really meaningful, is a powerful seed to help people to listen to us. Okay, so I hope you come to join level 8 and to just get to know how to do it.
Okay. All right. This will be our last questions. Posted by Ivy. Is it true a good leader should push the team out of their comfort zone to grow? If yes, how do we do it, and what sort of seeds to plant to see them willing to be pushed, have courage to go beyond the comfort zone?
Okay. I always struggle with this one. You especially for those who have been my TT. Okay, I'm just kidding. Actually, I was a maximizer, a perfectionist. I used to have a staff who like crying to my boss to say, I can't take it anymore. My subordinate cried in front of my boss, go to my boss to say, I can't take it anymore because Savina is crazy. She's pushing too hard. I'm not going to do it. I really experienced that. But when I look back, I really want her to grow. But to be honest, why at that time I wasn't successful, or why I make her so painful? I look back. Actually, throughout that time, I was quite a self-serving. I want to let people know I'm capable. I have a team. And this team has to look good. They have to perform well so that all the other executives, they will buy into my idea. So I found out that actually, in terms of capability and fulfilling KPI, I was able to do it. But in terms of like caring for my staff, I failed. I really pushed them hard because it's not because I want them to grow. It's because I want them to make me look good. So that's the difference. Yeah. So if you really want to help your team, you find that this person, there's something they can grow uh, by like helping them to push their comfort zone, which is in a safe environment, which you will not like push them all the way that they will fail, they will fall and hurt themselves or die. In a really like safe, you have a safety net for them. You care about them. You will talk to them. You will chat with them to make sure they are able to handle it. Or they like when they have emotional stress, you will be there for them, or you will help them to seek help. Um, and I think that one, you are like building up their capability, and you have to be very like pure motive to do that. Yeah, it's just like for their own good, but that is your own leadership to see how far away is that comfort zone. That means your capability, yeah, to as a manager or as a leader to determine. Yeah, but I think the motivation is very crucial in why you have to push them. Okay, the way you push them, is it because of for yourself or really for them? Yeah. So I hope that can help you to decide or have some guideline. Yeah. And Teacher Jean, you have any?
Wow, a great answer. I think Sylvia have personal experience. I think that's great. I think it's a balance. A lot of people trying to struggle, but the leadership, there is one sentence. We want to move from I to we. So there is no I in the team, so you want to think on the team term. There's a book. There is a book. It's called From There to Care. So I can tell you every leadership topic has been studied, but our class are a completely different category.
That's right.
Yeah. So the fundamental thing is when you're challenging people, when you're pushing people, it's the trust or psychological safety there in the team or between you and the team. I think that's the basis. And otherwise, if you don't have the care, you just keep daring, then you might look like a tyrant. So self-serving tyrant. But you're adding the care, adding the trust, adding the psychological safety, get the right motivation, and there's an open communication that says, "Hey, boss, this is too much. I need a break." Right? He will tell you. Otherwise, you don't have the psychological safety and trust. He wouldn't able to tell you when it's too hard, too harsh. Right? Yeah. Okay.
What a great answer. Okay, I see we still have some times. Maybe we answer this question from Dora. Yeah, she wants to inspire people to take action for themselves, but in the past, she used to solve things faster and used to stop for them, but she noticed that is not good for the team, and they are long for them on long term, right? Okay. Somehow or rather, when she changed the approach, the team blamed her for doing that. And how can she improve from that? So do I invite Teacher Jean first, or?
Well, we call that, I do a lot of CEO coachings. I joke with them, are you chief executive office or chief everything office? So, oh, they're chief everything office. So, Well, able to delegate, able to let the people grow. It's just a part of leadership journey for pretty much every leaders. So that's all I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Laura, I'd like to check, have you learned the diamond cutter system? Yeah. So when I look at this question, it feels like to me is like a diamond deal. So either you have to like what Jane mentioned, like do the chief everything officer. Okay. Oh, you practiced it for 10 years. Oh, that's good. You really you have a lot of achievement. I think yes, that's a good reminder why we have to come back to the classes. Yeah, because actually in level 8, they also mentioned about planting the third option. You know, so it sounds like to me it's doing a diamond deal because one way or the other, you are like not making things work because either you have to burn out yourself or you burn your staff out. So, or burn the bridges. So I think it's good that we stop and take a step back and, oh, wait a minute, what is the result I would like to see? If I like to see this another result, then maybe I need to plan the third option, the option that really what is supposed to work and that I can control because I know if I plant, then it will come. And if I want to that result, I just give it to someone else, right? So I think you already know the answer. You're just trying to just pose a question to help more people, right? Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Laura, for the questions. Thanks, Teacher Jiz, and thanks, Professor Sabina. Okay, we are actually come to the end of our sharing today, and thank you for a wonderful sharing by both of our teachers. And the full, what we are touching today is just a small part of the level 8 automatic leaderships. So the full automatic leadership events is going to help in this Singapore from 3rd July to 5th July, which we will go more deeper on how this leadership is actually can created from the inside out. And Geshe Michael and the team will unpack everything in the very details on how this leadership or authority can be created from inside out. So if time is not the matters, money is not the matters, we do welcome you to go to Singapore and to meet out the teacher in person on this very meaningful events. And this 10 years ago, I attend this level and it had changed my life. And I think if this topic ring a bell to you, please give yourself a chance to grab it and don't miss it. Not only you can learn from Geshe Michael itself, the teacher teams, and you can also exchange your experience with the people who attend in the workshop. And this is how we learn, and this is how we actually using the 4 steps to become a better leader within ourselves. So we do hope that you can join us in person in Singapore. Otherwise, you can join us online. The details are on the PPT itself. You do reach out to the persons who share this poster with you and who are invited you to this sharing, and they can share with you on more details and help you to register. Or if you need help, you can actually reach out to us also. And with that, we would like to thank everyone for coming today. And on 2nd June, we have another very interesting topic also on the habits that kills leadership. What types of habits will kill the leadership? So this we will leave it for our next lineup speaker, Teacher Ivy and Teacher Marianne T on the 2nd June. Hope to see you again on our next session. And thank you for coming. And I would like to say thank you for giving apologize for my English, and thank you for your kindness to give me to plant a seed. This is the first time I'm doing the host. So I'm actually very nervous, and thank you for giving me such a beautiful chance to this hosting. I hope I can do a better on the next coming event. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Bye.